Hello everyone. In this video, we will learn to write a 8051 program to check the given number is even or odd. Okay, so let's take few numbers, hexadecimal numbers like 22H, 20, okay, 80H, 25H, 99H. Okay, so first we'll write the binary representation for this one. So this is a 8-bit numbers. So 2 it is 0010 0010. So for 80H it is 100 and it is 0000. For 25H 0010 0101, and for 99H 1001 1001 1001 100. Okay, so now look at the LSB bit of all these numbers. LSB bit of all these numbers. So now we know that 22H is a even number, so the LSB bit is 0. And the 80H is a even number and the LSB bit is 0. And 25H is a odd number, so the LSB bit is 1. And 99H is a odd number, so the LSB bit is 1. So what we can conclude from this is, so if we check the LSB bit, we can find out whether the number is even or odd. Okay, so now we will apply the same logic to write a program. Okay, so let's take few assumptions before writing the program here. So assume that the data stored in external memory 2000H and store the result, that is 00H in 30H if the number is even, else store FFH. It's nothing but if it is odd, we need to store FFH in 30H memory location. If it is even, then we need to store 00H in 30H memory location, right? So now let's first we need to initialize the DPTR because we are accessing from the external memory location. So first instruction, we need to initialize the DPTR, that is move DPTR comma address the where the data is stored, so it is in 2000H. Okay, right? So now we will access the data from the 2000H. For that we need to use the instruction move x a comma at DPTR. Okay, move x a comma at DPTR. X represents the data we are accessing from the external memory. Okay, right? So when this instruction is executed, the A will have the data. Okay, so let us we'll take the example as 99H. Okay, so 99H is stored in okay, so this 99H is stored in 2000H location. Okay, right? So now the A is having actually 99H, it is in the form of this one. Okay, but now we need to verify only the one bit of this 99H. Okay, so for that we need to copy this bit to some other like anywhere. So for that we can use the rotate instruction. Okay, we can use the rotate instruction, that is RRC. Okay, RRC. So what this instruction does is it moves the coil LSB bit into carry flag. It moves the LSB bit of the given number into carry flag, and whatever will be there in the carry flag, that will come to MSB. Okay, so that is nothing but if this bit moves to here, means D1 will moves to D0, D2 will move to D1, and D3 will move to D2. So like this RRC instruction, it will shift one bit to the right side but through the carry. Okay, right? So now this one, when this instruction is executed, carry flag will have 1. Correct? The carry flag will have 1, and we have a 8051 instruction which can check the carry flag. Okay, so now first we'll write RRCA. That is, rotate right through carry, means contents of accumulator will be rotated right one bit. Okay, so now we'll check the carry flag. Now we'll check the carry flag. So now we know that if the carry flag is 1, then the bit is odd. Then the number is odd. If the carry flag is 0, then the bit will be even. Okay, right? So now for that, this is the conditional instruction. We have to specify the target address, right? So now we let say target address. If the carry is generated, means it is the number is odd. So what we need to do if the number is odd? We need to store FFH, right? So here I'll write odd, and we need to store FFH. That is done by the instruction move 30H comma ash 0 F0 FF. Okay, if the carry is not generated, then it's nothing but the number is even, and that we need to store as a 00H in 30H. So that is move 30H comma ash 00H. Okay, so the either the number is even or the odd number, so that's why either of this instruction should be executed. So now when this instruction is executed, we need to skip this instruction. So for that we will use yes jump. Okay, yes jump next, and this next will go to the end of the program, and here it is. Again we can use yes jump next. Okay, yes jump next. So this is how we can check the given number is even or odd. So now for the particular case, for the 99H, the carry flag is 1. The carry flag is 1. So when this instruction is executed, the control goes to the address odd. So in this it moves FFH to 30H. Means after the execution, the internal memory location 30H will have the data, that is FFH, to indicate the number is odd. Okay, so now we'll see this example with the help of the Keil compiler. Okay, this is the program. So first the DPTR is initialized with 2000H, and next we are using the MOVEX instruction to access the data, and then we are rotating the contents of accumulator one bit right through the carry, and then we are checking the carry flag. Okay, so if the carry is I'll change this one as carry is generated, means the number is odd, right? So here okay, so let's execute this now. First we need to check for the errors. If the errors are free, then we need to debug here. Okay, we need to debug. Okay, so now first we need to store some data in the external memory. So to access the external memory, we have to type here X, and then it is here it is 2000H. Okay, 2000H. So now we'll store some data. We'll take the same data, that as 99H. Okay, 99H, and then we'll check the result in internal memory location, that is I colon, it is 30h, right? 30h. Okay, so now we'll see the step by step execution now. Okay, so here now see, just look at here, the DPTR is by default DPTR is 000h and the accumulator is 00h. So when the first instruction is executed, the DPTR will be loaded with the 2000h, right? See, the DPTR is loaded with the 2000h, and next in 2000h we have stored the 99h. So when this instruction is, second instruction is executed, the A should have 99h, right? So the now A is having the 99h. Okay, so now next we are rotating this accumulator content, right? So now this instruction will affect the carry flag because we are rotating one bit through the carry. So that time the carry flag will be affected and the contents of accumulator also will be changed, right? So we'll see that. See, now the carry flag is set because for 99 the LSB bit is 1 and contents of accumulator is changed to 4C. Okay, right? So now we know that if the carry flag is 1, then this condition is true, so it should move to the label which is represented here, that is odd, means it should come to this label, right? So I'll check that. See, the controller is showing pointing to the instruction number 7, that is move 30h comma #0 ffh. Okay, right? So next it is, we are storing that in 30h. See, now 30h got ffh, right? So next is the end of the program. Okay, so now we'll check for the other number. We'll check for the other number. We'll take 80h. Okay, we'll take 22. Okay, so now DPTR is 2000h. Next rotating, so here 22h actually is a even number, so means even number means here it is the LSB bit is 0, right? So when it is checking, the carry flag is, see, the carry flag is 0, so this condition is failed. So then now control should execute this instruction where it has to store 00h in 30h to indicate the number is even, right? See, now 30h is having 00h. Okay, so like this we can find out any number is, whether the given number is even or odd. Okay, so using the same logic we can write the other program, that is write an 8051 ALP which checks whether the 10 numbers are stored from external memory address 2000h are odd or even. Okay, and here we need to store 00h or ffh in the internal memory location 30h onwards. Means if the number is even, then we need to store 00h, and if the number is odd, then we need to store ffh. Okay, so in the earlier program we have taken only one number to check whether the given number is even or odd, but here we are taking the block of data. Okay, only that is the difference between this program and the earlier program. So try to write the program for this problem.